Alright everyone, it's Yeti, Star Wars, Galaxy of Yeti. Anyway, yeah, so second Grand Arena is starting, and I was talking through my defense earlier with my brother, and I was thinking it'd be a good idea to put together a little video to kind of go through an intro of your Grand Arena and your Grand Arena experience and how to make it better. Because he's not done it yet, and I'm kind of walking him through it. Anyway. So as you can see here, we got some fleets. It's 3v3. Got 19 hours to set a defense against this guy. We can go in here to Event Awards to see everybody in our bracket. So if we're really feeling like nosy and wanted to get to, we can go and look and see what everybody's got here. This guy's got a pretty decent roster, actually. This guy. I've got a feeling I'll be seeing him in the finals, as he's got a pretty usable Jedi team there. Not much past that, and he probably wouldn't get through the Revan. Let's see what's about this guy. Oh yeah, yeah, it's a weird bracket. I'm just at 800,018 GP. Some 818,000, something like that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start looking at this guy, this Black Angel fella, and check out what he's got. He's obviously not doing very well in Arena in his Shard, and he's obviously not doing very well in his fleet in his Shard. But he's got a Zeta there on Kanan. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this Royal Guard in a Phoenix team, but you know. And if you look, you just see just bloat, just a lot of roster bloat. This is kind of the usable pieces are the kind of thing I would expect at about maybe 250,000 character GP. There's just not that much going on. He's got most of a Phoenix team. I mean, if you put Sabine in at 6 stars, he's got a full Phoenix team. No chop. Chop's down here. Sitting at G7, 6 stars. He's got 1 G9 in Kit Fisto. We can confirm that with a little I had a peek earlier, but we can confirm that by looking at the gear tier. 1 G9, 5-star Kit Fisto. At the moment we're having what's this called again? It's a really nice Dominican rum.
Barcello Imperial.
The Barcello Imperial. It is lovely. And then down here we've got 2 Zetas. He's got a Jolee Zeta, which is kind of interesting as it's on a G8, a gear level 8 Jolee. That's really squishy for Jolee. So I'm not worried about that kind of in any sense of the word. I'm assuming I'll see his Bastila, Ezra, and Jolee attacking whatever I put out there. If he goes through the attack at all, there's a good chance he could autofill, which is something we got to consider with a roster like this, as you might look at mine and go, nah, not going to bother. And with that in mind, you got to look at for 3v3, you got to look at this. So it would be a Zeta Kanan lead with Ezra and Hera. No synergy. So Kanan wouldn't be sharing his special abilities with the rest of them, and vice versa. It would be a Vader lead with Royal Guard and Zeb. There would be a little bit of synergy between Royal Guard and he'd get some turn meter removal, which is pretty decent. I haven't really looked at Vader's lead before. And then we'd have a Phasma lead with Jolee and Bastila, so there's a little bit of synergy there because Phasma kind of hits everybody with her leader here. Whenever an ally attacks, 20% chance to call a random ally to assist, dealing 50% less damage. It's not a really high damage team, but it would be a bit annoying to get through, I would imagine. And then down here we've got Darth Nihilus, Dooku, and Palp with a Nihilus lead. And that would give some offense and Hellsteel, but no protection. Yeah, it would. It's not the greatest lead, but yeah, that's sort of what we'd be working with. And, you know, he's got a lot of like 2 dot, 1 dot mods, you know, 30 speed there. And it's not the most inspiring of rosters anyway. Looking over at his ships, because there is 1 fleet contingent. I mean, it's pretty underdeveloped, but he's got a lot unlocked, just sort of like his main squad arena. I mean, where he's got his first cap ships. I mean, I'm not particularly scared of any of this. And even against my spare parts, he is going to have some issues. I'm anticipating, especially if I drop something like my Slave 1 into the defense there, which is something I might do. Alright, so let's have a look. Alright, so we've got this region back here where 2 teams can be hidden, and I usually hide teams in the back and try to hold the thing, but I'm pretty positive that he can throw his entire roster here and not get through. So I'm thinking I'm going to go pretty strong on defense and still anticipate a full clear. That would give me, going forward, that would give me, I need four teams to attack with. I've got a kind of a little list that I put together of 3v3 comps that I like in my roster to if I do that, yeah. You know, it's a funny one because I think like maybe it's like I want to attack with him because I just got him, but I don't need to. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and set that and call it. And then on the and as I've gone so heavy there, I'm going to set a bit more of a frustrating team here that he might be able to get through. I was thinking to go with my Bossk lead, which he would not get through, but I don't know. I kind of thinking I might need that to guarantee I have a full clear if he autofills. So we're just gonna put a little bit of a frustrating kind of more timeouty team that he needs to take some DPS at.
It's good synergy there.
Yeah, it would be a bit difficult for him. So we're gonna do that, and here this is just free. Like I said, he's not getting through Revan, so why don't we do some fun teams like let's do a let's do a yeah, a little yeah, let's do Chewbacca. Let's get some fun stuff here for him. There you go, buddy. And let's see, let's grab some bit parts here. How about this? Phasma, Kylo, First Order officer, have fun with that. He's not getting back there anyway. And so what I was thinking here, I'm going to keep most of my main attacking fleet. I'm going to drop my Mason here just because he's got mods on, so might as well. I'm thinking we're going to set... actually, let's have that come off the bench so we can get that nice taunt going there. Got our Xanadu Blood, we'll do that. Stick that there. And 2, 4, and I can have that for a taunt break if I need it, but I won't. Alright, I think that's a pretty good... I think he's going to struggle with that, even though it's not the most amazing. Set that there. And that's a pretty stout defense, and we're going to be reasonably confident about that. And I still have plenty to attack with. Got some. If I look at my roster here, I can show you what I mean. Yeah, I've got some bounty hunters, and got my Palp team that comes together. And
yeah, so what do you think you're going to attack with?
I think my strongest team left is going to be my Bastila lead. You know, I've got some good mods on her. She's doing some, I mean, it's respectable 206 on the things, but we're going to pair her up with Ezra, and to keep that Jedi synergy, we're going to throw old Ben. No. If needed, if there's only weak teams, I might go with 2 just for extra banners. And then we've got Boba Fett. He's got a great lead because it affects everybody. It doesn't have to be a bounty hunter. So I can do something like Boba Fett with, Biggs and like maybe, looking around, maybe someone like, if I want to, I can bring Thrawn in there if I need him, or I can throw in Sabine or Chopper if I need a tank. And then, you've got Vader and Palpatine have great synergy together, so we're going to play them together. TIE Fighter Pilot with Kylo Ren under a Grand Moff Tarkin lead. It's really good because it speeds up TIE Fighter Pilot, really gets a lot of synergy going there. So if you look at like Empire, you can see that I'm going to be splitting these up and putting crew with one of them because I got 5 solid Empire here. But I love the Palp lead with Vader and Thrawn because there's just so much control there, and you've got the crits from Vader. It's good stuff. And you got Tarkin's lead is super underrated. Like, I really, really like his lead. 30 speed is just no joke, and then you get defense down and expose when you start hitting their health. It's fantastic. It's like if only it was an Omega, not a Zeta, right? TIE Fighter Pilot does a ton of damage, even at 6 stars. I'm pretty confident that he'll clear out anything that goes up with them. And then like I said, I've got some bounty hunters that are going to be the meat of some attacking force. These 4 in particular are going to be kind of like going to try to get them at. I'm thinking Boss, Jango, and Cad Bane attacking together is going to be really good going forward. And
Jango Fett lead.
No, I go Boss lead just for the tenacity up. If you look at it, makes him really tanky. So Jango's lead's not fully leveled up yet, so I'm not getting all the speed and tenacity down from it. So, but look at this: all bounty hunter allies gain 100% defense when at full health. I mean, it makes him super tanky. Like, this should be able to run through anything that he can put down because Cad Bane and Jango do some decent damage. I don't think they're fully abilitied up, but they're pretty close. Yeah. So it's like that's something I'm still working on. I had to try to level up all of Jedi Knight Revan stuff. Anyway, yeah, so this is just a good way to scout out your opponent and get an idea for everything that he's got. Just go through his mods a little bit, see what you're working with. Obviously stuff like this is encouraging. And then once you see what he's got and
he doesn't
what's
seem
scary.
to know what he's doing with the mods.
No, it's a real common problem. In fact, I made a video about that. But yeah, it's something like here, like you're just seeing 30 speed, and it's coming from this speed set more than it's coming from the actual mods. Like, I mean, if you've only got two dot speed arrows, I understand you got to use them, but I mean, something like this is just like that's not. I wouldn't consider that usable. Like, you can't even put that on a pilot because it's only 2 dots, and there's no speed, there's no flat offense, no flat defense, no flat protection, no flat health, nothing. There's just nothing there that makes me go, oh, that's usable.
So effectively, this is just someone going through the daily routine of getting their daily unlocks to get the rewards.
Probably. Yeah. Then they're using their energy to farm mods, and then they just level up whichever ones are there and put them on characters. I mean, as you can see, he's got a lot of characters. Just look at this. This is just like a never-ending, like glut of credit used. Like for all of these credits, he could have had probably another like 2 or 3 teams easily to 85, and he could have used the ability mats to get them. I mean, he's got a lot of Omegas. This guy's been playing this game for a long time. Like, look at this. He's got a Geared 7. Savage, sorry, and he's used purple ability mats, getting his attacks up. Here he goes, First Order Stormtrooper. Like, why? Like, it's like if you're not working, separate and work up teams. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm feeling really confident about this one, so confident I will be posting my defense on for people to see. I've kept a lot for offense, so I feel pretty confident about dropping that Revan there. And oh, isn't he beautiful? Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more stuff, comment down below, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you for my attack.